I am here because I want to bring to you a message today. Today we are living in a true pandemic, one different than the one that we all know about. This pandemic has hit home a little bit more closer to me than the one that all of us are being affected by. This pandemic that I speak about is urbanization. Urbanization is one of the leading causes of the eradication of our natural environment. And I am here to shed light on why we, and I believe that we must put a stop and an end to urbanization culture. Why do I want to do this? Why is this something I put my focus in on? Well, because I am a person who lives by the laws of nature. I respect nature. I love nature. Nature is the only thing that we have to pass on to our children. And I believe that once we take nature away, once we start to affect nature in the natural way of life, we begin to affect the future of our children. Our children no longer will have a place to play, a safe place to live, if urbanization cultures are coming in and affecting nature itself. Urbanization is one of the leading causes of taking nature away from our children today. Think about this. If you take away nature, if you take away our natural lands, our forests, our jungles, if you take away our natural ecosystem, if you take away our clean waters, and you take away our pristine air, the air that we get to live and breathe, quality air, if you take these away, and you take away from children a creative mind, their imagination, their love to explore, you take away from them the ability to explore and adventure in this world that we once were able to do. Urbanization is causing an industrial revolution where machines are coming in, and also technology is taking over in the classrooms. And so children no longer learn from a connection with the teacher. They're learning from a laptop device. They're learning from computers, and they're needing and having to learn how to navigate a world disassociated from social human interaction. So now we're really struggling with the real cause here. Our children will not have the mental capacity to survive in the world that was created and specifically for humans to survive in. So if you take away the natural world, how do we survive? If you take away the natural world, how do our children learn to cope with their feelings? Unless you give them social anxiety, which leads to social depression, which leads to psychotropic drugs, which leads to the creation of manufacturing drug pharmaceutical plants, which leads to an industrialization of these pharmaceutical plants, which leads to emitting toxic gases in the air, which leads to polluting our foods and poisoning our waters to make these chemical-filled drugs to feed to people. And so now we have to enhance and induce our food with genetically chemical processed toxins, poisons that will infiltrate the body of every child and every human being, thus leaving people more sick than we ever imagined. There is a sick epidemic happening today, and it is urbanization. It's called urbanization. And that is the epidemic that is taking away your natural world, your natural environment. That is the epidemic that is taking away your ability to go and heal yourself, your ability to go and grow organic crops, organic food, organic gardens. It is stopping your ability to eat from nature, straight and directly from nature. So now we're dealing with the epidemic on our hands that is causing a wave across this nation and across the world. A pandemic on another scale, one that we've never seen before, and that is a world of sick people. Urbanization leads to industrialization, which leads to manufacturing, processed, genetically modified foods, which leads to poisoning and toxing the waters in the air, polluting the waters, polluting the air, which leads to cars traveling inside of these places and opens up a major metropolis like New York City all over the country, all over the world. Will major metropolis areas be rising up, which will cause a lot of cars and a lot of traveling and emitting gases in the air. All of this is going to happen through urbanization. I'm not here to say let's not develop a new world. I am here to say we can develop a better, safer world. We can do it better, we can do it safer, we can do it holistically, together, which means we can do it with love in our hearts, we can do it with others in mind, and we can do it with giving back to our children and their future in mind. If we don't have that first in mind, our children will suffer. Our children will really suffer. I'm here to just be a messenger. And I'm asking you to join my campaign, the campaign of Soul Ambassadors. I'm launching Soul Ambassadors across the world. Why fight urbanization? Why is urbanization even a matter to me? And this isn't just an American issue. This is a real global issue. And my cause is not to just tackle these issues on a local front. I really see what's happening on a global front. I've traveled throughout the Philippines. I've traveled throughout Dominica. I've seen what happens when other people come in and urbanize the land and urbanize the homes of these people that are indigenous to this land. I've seen what happens. And so basically, the people that are from these places are left without jobs or left out of homes. And so urbanization is really crossing over into just many countries, into many rural areas. And what it is doing is taking away the natural environment. I'm asking you to join my campaign, the campaign of Soul Ambassadors that I'm launching across the world. We know that we will not be able to stop the world from creating urban cultures all over. We're not going to be able to stop that. We know that. Development, redevelopment of new areas is going to happen. But what we can do as a group of people who I call Traveling Light Tribe members, my Traveling Light Tribe family, we can go be light into these areas. We can go and be light in these areas where light is needed. And I just ask that you join us on this mission, these soul missions, these missions to help bring awareness so that we are creating change to save our waters, save our air, save our lands, so we can have healthy eating, growing, pure, natural foods. Help us by doing that. You can go to GoFundMe/Soul Missions, and that's SOHL. GoFundMe/Soul Missions. You can donate to that. You can give there. You can help us serve in a bigger way.